Hey YouTube, this is a video about rare Wii games. Now, recently, there are already some rare Wii games. I have a good stack of some rare Wii games. Now, this is a very good time to pick up rare Wii games. For the most part, that is. Now, for what really determines it is its sales. That's what really determines, if there's how many copies are out there. Now, how I determine if a game is rare or not is if there's, well, of course there's value. No, it doesn't really, for rarity, for desirability, it's value, but, yeah. I've been on a GameStop spree for rare games, but it really determines it for me if a Wii game is rare. I know there's the top 15 rarest Wii games. You could look at that. Most of those aren't even rare. Like, there's Super Mario All-Stars. That's not rare. There's Kirby Return to Dreamland. That's not rare either. Obviously, they're like million sellers or whatever. But, yeah, this is a great time to pick up, like $40 plus Wii games. GameStop exclusives, stuff like that. So I also have a list that I have. These are the rare games that I have right now. What determines a rare game for me is if, if there's, say, 10 copies of this at a GameStop within 10 miles, 10 different areas, then it's not that rare. What really determines it for me is if, like, 4 or less within 100 miles. Yeah, I think that would really be really hard to find game, but just because there's not that many copies out there doesn't mean it's highly desirable, or of course it's rare, but it's not like the top 10 like rarest on a list for valuable wise also. Chubby Cherub is a very rare game, but yeah, I got some pretty rare Wii games here. First one, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. I bought this for $40. It's about $60 game. But at GameStop, this is a great time to pick up GameStop games, except for a few, like Metroid. GameStop sometimes, based on how high of a demand these games are, will determine their price if they're like popular or not. Like Fire Emblem, of course, that's always going to be, that is very good series for keeping their prices. This is a very good example. Xenoblade Chronicles. I picked it up for $59.99. Used when it was the craze, but now they're asking $80, which is really high. Fire Emblem, Xenoblade, those will always be high demand. There's also, here, let me look at my list, One Piece Unlimited Adventure. That's a high-priced game, pretty hard to find. Metroid Prime Trilogy, they're asking $65 for that. That's still a pretty good deal, and I do have that locally. There's 4 copies within 100 miles, and one of them is my closest GameStop, which is awesome. But they don't actually list it online. I don't know why. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, another high-priced game at GameStop. It's pretty close to retail of what they're asking, so I'd stick to probably seeing if you could score a deal at a game store or something like that, like a local game store. Let's see. I'm going to show you these games because there's not really other ones that are really highly priced. I'd pick these up all at GameStop for $20 or cheaper. You got Fritz Chess, $40+ game. I actually think this is about a $50+ game. Comes complete, $20, steal for that. These 2 games I actually picked up today. Well, the day I'm recording this, maybe upload the next day, but yeah, I didn't even take the GameStop stickers off. We got Walk It Out. Now, the reason for games like Fritz Chess, Walk It Out, nobody bought them when they came out. That's why they're rare, because nobody bought them. So, Walk It Out, it's self-explanatory. But guess who it's made by? Look at that, Konami. It's made by Konami. Konami, why would you do this? Why don't you just continue making awesome games? Games that are popular and stuff. But, this was $17.99. this was a good price. Yeah, $17.99. And this is one of the harder to find Wii games. This is, what? It may be harder than Fridge Chess. Picked this up today, and this was the last copy within 100 miles of my area. There's also a Canadian version, which is, it was a GameStop, well, this game is a GameStop exclusive as well, but there's a Canadian version, which is like a big bundle set. So this is, I think, the only Formula 1 game on the Wii, but you can find this for 20 bucks. You know, I recommend getting these before GameStop knows, hey, these games are rare, let's up the price. But, you know, I got this complete. That's a great price. And games that I think may be valuable someday, it's going to be the Operation Rainfall trilogy. I already know Xenoblade Chronicles is valuable, but I believe that Pandora's Tower and the last three will go up in value because RPGs generally keep their value up pretty high, and if they're really good in the system, it's going to go up even more. Once people really know it's a really, really good RPG, well, Xenoblade Chronicles. But, you know, if you have a pre-order, like a special for an RPG, these two games are not made by Xseed, but they're produced by Xseed, you know. They made some really good Wii games. Operation Rainfall, thank you for getting these, the trilogy. Well, there's like a downloaded game. I call it the trilogy because it's the made games, but I think these are, you know, I guess you should buy them because they're also very, very fun. But in the future, I think it's good for pricing. Well, let me take a look at the other games. We got Calling. That's a very hard game to find. Ju-On the Grudge. You know, again. Now, these are said to be rare, but they're not really that rare. They're just high valued. Let's see what we got. Godzilla Unleashed. Isn't that like a $40 game? Exerbeat. That's about $40 complete, and that, I mean, I found 10 of them within 10 miles. It's not really that rare, but maybe people make it seem to be on eBay. Fit in 6, like 6 ways, I guess, or something like that. There's a camera bundle. Guess that's worth some money. Now this game, I think this is going to be the most impossible game to find. I've not seen this game anywhere, but I guess, you know, it was made. Sudoku Ball Detective. I couldn't find any GameStops. Good luck finding one on eBay. I don't think it's really hard game to find. I don't even know if it was really exists. Well, it's got a cover and stuff, but I mean, I haven't really found anything on it. So yeah, those are basically all of like the rare Wii games. There may be some exceptions, but yeah, for me, for a rare Wii game, it needs to be $4 plus, and didn't really sell very well. Well, a rarity collectible wise would be that way, but rarity is just based on sales. You know, Chubby Cherub, you know, that's an example. You know, so yeah. Yeah, that's a video about rare Wii games. I hope you liked the video. So thanks, YouTube. Bye.